Well, it's a crime that most of us simply cannot understand at all. But the Bernalillo County Animal Task Force has been investigating a handful of serious animal abuse cases the past 6 months or so.
Yeah, just last week we showed you this video of a situation in Cedar Crest. Investigators found nearly 30 animals on that property, a dozen of them dead. But detectives say the hard work isn't over because our very specific state laws make these kind of cases very difficult to prosecute.
Cassie Foote spoke to the task force to find out some of the changes they're requesting. Cassie.
Yeah, the task force has uncovered 3 major cases in the last 7 months, but the challenge lies in holding those suspects accountable. They say even in the cases they call the worst of the worst, their hands are often tied.
A horse skeleton in a trunk, the skull in a car. This is just part of what Bernalillo County investigators found at a home in Cedar Crest earlier this month. In all, they reportedly found 28 animals at the property, a dozen dead. Some in cages with several inches of feces under their remains. Kevin Carhart is a detective with the Bernalillo County Animal Cruelty Task Force.
The kind of people who are going to abuse animals are the kind of people who might also be more willing to commit domestic violence or neglect their children.
Sheriff John Allen reestablished the task force in June. It has 25 members, including field officers, social workers, and detectives. In June, they rescued 55 pit bulls and an elderly woman from a house in the South Valley. Michael Lopez is being charged in that case. In November, they rescued 60 dogs from a home in Tijeras. They say Douglas Ream is behind that case.
It was basically a breeding operation that had gotten out of control, and there were hoarding conditions there. It was pretty horrific.
But investigators say prosecuting these cases is nearly impossible. They have to prove the suspect intentionally hurt or killed an animal, not just neglected it to the point of death for it to be considered a felony.
The statutory language right now is extremely narrow, and it can make it difficult to prove the intent that would be required to charge as a felony.
That's why Carhart wrote this letter to Sheriff Allen on how our laws need to change to hold people accountable. It includes charging people with extreme cruelty to animals a felony if they knew or should have known conditions were neglectful or harmful. He also wants cockfighting to be a felony upon someone's first conviction. Right now, it's not a felony until the third.
A lot of these cases, they really do shock the conscience, and in this house in Cedar Crest, when we walk in, we find about at least 10 dead animals inside. Proving that the intent was for those animals to be harmed or die is very difficult. And common sense says that the conditions of the home led to that, but getting that proof can be a challenge.
As far as that case in Cedar Crest, court records show the animal's owner, Debbie Battaglino, is facing 19 charges of cruelty to animals, all misdemeanors. Carhart says if we make his proposed changes to the law, it will close loopholes that allow perpetrators of severe offenses to face only minor consequences. Sheriff Allen has signed off on that letter. They plan to push for the changes in front of lawmakers next legislative session.
It's tough to see all that video.
Tough to hear, too.
Yeah. All right, Cassie, thanks so much.